Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. I'm going to update my Throwback 30 today, and there's a lot of things happening, so let's go through this really quickly. I'm not going to go through every single item, but I will go through the stuff that I've really been using. So the first item is for 50 Shades of Brown, and that is the LYS Cream Contour in the shade Motivate. And I have reached my 20 use goal on this. You can see this is not as far as it goes up. Like, it goes up a lot farther, but I just don't want to bring it up too far. But I've really used this and really enjoyed it, honestly. But that will be going back into my collection. Next is 50 Shades of Pink, which is the Give Feelin' Cheeky Amplified Blush Duo in the shade Ex-Girlfriend. And this one I wanted to use 5 times, and I managed to reach that goal as well, which is really great. So that will also be going back into my collection. Next is going to be 7 Deadly Pans, which is Greed. Now this one, this one is for my Benefit Cheek Stars Reunion Tour palette. And the reason I'm kind of like on this one is I reached 15 uses on this out of 30. And I've decided that I really dislike this palette. And I think I'm going to declutter it with the exception of Cookie. I'm going to depot this for myself, and I'm going to get rid of all 4 of these. So, yeah, I don't want these anymore. I dislike all the blushes. The bronzer makes me look very orange, and I have tons of other bronzer anyway, and so I will just keep Cookie, and I will put that in a separate palette once I figure out how to get it out of here. So just consider this one is coming out of the project because I'm not interested in it anymore. So, yeah, I feel good about that. it's time. I just don't want to hang on to things that I'm not going to use or love. So that one, even though I've only got 15 out of 30 uses, I don't want to have it. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should keep it in and just use Cookie, because I don't really have many other highlighters in right now. So I think I will do that. I'll keep it in for just using Cookie, but the other 4, consider those decluttered. All right, and the reason I put that in for 7 Deadly Pans for Greed is because I feel like I just got greedy and needed to have that palette when I had plenty of other things in my collection, and I didn't need it, and I wanted it, and I feel like that was super greedy of me. So that's why I did that, and it turns out it wasn't for the best. So the next one I have is Drop 10 Before Summer, and I brought in a Becca blush in the shade Tiger Lily, and this was gifted to me from Rania, and it is absolutely beautiful. I'm so thankful that she sent this my way. It is fantastic. I really enjoy the color, and it's practically brand new. She was so kind in sending this to me. I'm just going to swatch a little bit better on the back of my hand, but it's such a nice a really nice blush, and it's got a little bit of a shimmer in there, but it's not too shimmery where it looks like a highlighter. I just really enjoy that. So that one will be staying in my collection, and I have completed and reached my 5 use goal. Next is the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Panning, and I selected the Dementors, which is something gray or black, or looks like death. And I brought in the Revlon Color Stay Lip Crayon in the shade Tread Lightly. And this one I want to try and have done by the end of this year. I only have this much left. I've done really, really well on this one. I've been using it faithfully, so I'm going to try and use this up in the next month, hopefully. Even though this project goes until July 28th. The next one is for Harry Potter in the Order of the Panners, which I selected Gryffindor, which is something that's either scarlet or gold, and I selected both. And I brought in my Valentino concealer in the shade LN2, and I want to use this one 10 times, and I have used it 7. I don't think I've even used it in the last little while, so it's definitely something that I need to put in the forefront, so I'll make sure that I use that to get those 3 uses by the next update, hopefully. And then next is Mean Girl Quotes, Why Are You So Obsessed With Me? A product that won't leave your collection no matter how much you use it. And I brought in my MAC blush in the shade Two Virtues. Now, this is one of my very first blushes ever that I bought with my own money. And I say that in like a MAC or high-end kind of way. And this one I want to use 30 times, and I have so far used it 12. Actually, no. Yeah, 12. And it looks like this. It's really beautiful. It's the same kind of um, like shimmery soft color, but it's also that it looks really purpley blue. Like it gives a purpley blue hue to this pink blush, and it's beautiful. And it gives me the same kind of a sheen as this other one does, and I really enjoy that. But that will stay in because I still have a few uses to go. The next one is for same pan last year, and I selected New Year's, which is a new item, and I brought in the blush from Made by Mitchell in the shade Shy Boy, and this is fabulous. I really enjoy this. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous cream blush, and I have hit my use of 5 uses. I wanted to use it 5 times, and I have used it a total of 7. So I really liked it, and it's going back in my collection. Next is Skin is In, which is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Dewdrop, or Glow Drops, pardon me. Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops. And I don't really get along super well with this product. I find that if I wear it by myself, like by itself, it pills. But if I add it in with a moisturizing primer, it's perfect. So that's how I use it. So I use it as a pre-makeup like item, a pre-makeup usage item. And I've been really enjoying it that way, but there's tons left. Next is That's Expensive, and I brought in the ABH liquid lipstick in the shade Hudson, and this one I wanted to use 10 times, and I have used it 11, so that one will also be rolling back into my collection. This is such a good update, honestly. And we're not even done yet. The next one is That's So 2000s, which is something about frosted tips. I remember the frosted tips on guys. Oh my gosh. Something that's frosty or icy, and I brought in these 2 Saint highlighters, and I wanted to use them 5 times each, and I've used them a total of 13. As you can see, I have pan on one of them, and I almost got to pan on another one of them, and I actually used it this side and this side. So if I used it only on one, I would have got pan for sure. But I'm going to declutter these. I really, really, really love this one here called Starlight, and I will swatch it for you now. This is probably one of my favorite highlights in my collection. It's like a bright glowy one with a hint of a red hue to it, which is why I love it. And then I can't remember what this one is called, but I would definitely repurchase this one for sure. This other one is called Glamazing, and it's also really beautiful. But I'm going to declutter these from my collection now because they stink to high heaven. They've gone off. Ooh, I just dug my nail into that one. Oh no. Not that it matters, but I just didn't want to get it behind my super huge thumbnail. My nails are quite long right now, so it's gross when you get gross stuff back there. But that one, this is now empty. I have decluttered 2 blushes or 2 highlights from my collection, which is so great. And those are now in the garbage. All done. That is so great. Okay. Next is Tiny Pans, which is the Huda Light Nude Eyeshadow Palette, which is right here. And I wanted to use this 5 times. This is absolutely wonderful. I enjoy this palette a lot, and I have used it. It's 5 times. So this one will now be going back into my collection. And I think, honestly, that's all I want to talk about. I still have a number of other items in here that I am using and stuff, but I will try and use those more now that all of these are rolling out. But I have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things rolling out out of my collection, or out of my project, I should say, not my collection, out of my project. So that makes me really happy. That's a huge month. I still have a ton left to go. And if I so desire, I can always bring stuff in to keep this going until July. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really pumped about this update, getting so many goals met, and knowing that I'm going to be able to utilize this and focus on this a lot now because other blushes are done. But thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe. And if you want to leave a comment but you don't know what to leave a 30, just the number 30 in the comments. That would be so great, because I know you got to this end of this video. That would make me so happy. And also, if you want to leave a comment, it's just so itchy here. If you want to leave a comment, please do so, because I do really like to chat with people in the comments section. I've had some really great interactions in the last little while. It's been really fun. So I hope to hear from you there, but otherwise I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.